Hello and welcome to the show. I am Joe Top Hat. Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles share a very similar history. Both made their debut in comic books, where they started off as grim and dark. Then they eventually were toned down to be more kid-friendly. In fact, both were made into a goofy TV show that turned them into pop culture icons. Though fans are rather divided on how they feel about these shows. Eventually, both of them went back to their more serious roots, though they still get goofy adaptations from time to time. So it makes sense to have these characters do a crossover. First there were the graphic novels, then the direct-to-DVD animated movie, which we'll be talking about today. So without further ado, let's begin. The Foot Clan had been stealing high-tech equipment all over Gotham. This catches the attention of both Batman and the Turtles. Batman knows that there's a new foe behind these robberies, but he doesn't know who. The Turtles know that Shredder is behind these robberies, but they don't know who his new partner is, nor why he's stealing the tech. They both are able to deduce that the next target is Wayne Enterprise. Next, we get some really great fight scenes. On the outside, the Turtles fight the Penguin and his henchmen. I loved seeing how Michelangelo would geek out over the Penguin's umbrella throughout the fight. They learn that while Penguin is trying to steal the equipment from Wayne Enterprise, he isn't working for Shredder. In fact, he didn't even know who Shredder is. On the inside, Batman is fighting the Foot Clan. Then he comes face to face with Shredder. This is by far the best fight scene in the entire movie. Don't get me wrong, all the fight scenes in this movie are really good. It's just that seeing these two face off for the first time is something special. What makes it so good is that it shows how Batman and Shredder have different fighting styles, yet they are able to adjust their techniques when facing each other. You can really see how the animators took care to show how great these guys are in fighting. Shredder wins the fight by doing a special move on Batman and leaves. No matter how many times I see this fight, it still sends chills down my spine. Meanwhile, the Turtles find the Batmobile. They also run into Batman, who kicks their butts. It does make sense that Batman would be able to defeat the Turtles in the fight. He has spent years studying different fighting styles and has more experience. Plus, he was able to hold his own against Shredder, who has often been shown to defeat the Turtles in the fight. Anyway, we learn that Shredder has teamed up with Ra's al Ghul. He is helping Ra's build this machine to take over Gotham in exchange for the Lazarus Pit. For those of you who don't know, the Lazarus Pit is what has been keeping Ra's al Ghul alive for centuries. The one who is building this machine is Baxter Stockman, who is in his fly form. I really love his design here. He's smaller than usual, but it fits his more timid personality in this movie. Baxter doesn't even know if he's an employee or a hostage, though I lean more towards hostage. Donatello is able to figure out where the Batcave is with the use of his computer skills. When they arrive, Michelangelo once again geeks out. He pretty much acts the way I would act if I was in the Batcave. One person doesn't appreciate Michelangelo wearing Batman's cape and cowl. That would be Damian Wayne. I admit I don't really like Damian Wayne. I find his attitude annoying. With that said, he actually is way more tolerable here than most other adaptions. So I'm actually fine with him. At least in this movie. It is here that Batman and the Turtles learn they are after the same enemy. Damian even reveals that Ra's al Ghul has teamed up with Shredder. I really enjoy this part where the characters are just interacting with each other, each of them bonding in their own way. Batman and Leonardo are practicing their fighting techniques. I love how Batman compliments Leonardo on how well Splinter trained him. Coming from Batman, that's high praise. Batgirl and Donatello work on their science vein. Love how Batgirl says mutagen while Donatello says ooze. Robin and Raphael bond as well. Then there's Alfred and Michelangelo. The others were able to bond because they had similar personalities. With Michelangelo and Alfred, they couldn't be more different. Alfred is a proper English butler, while Michelangelo is a party animal. The jokes write themselves. Anyway, they learned that Ra's al Ghul and Shredder went to Arkham Asylum, where they gave the inmates the ooze or mutagen, whichever you want to call it. There are also some hostages involved. If you think this movie couldn't get any better, the inmates of Arkham were turned into mutant animals. How awesome is that, dudes? Joker's a snake, Harley's a hyena, Mr. Freeze is a polar bear, Bane is a leopard, Scarecrow is a crow, and Poison Ivy is a plant. It was hilarious how Damien, Raphael, and Michelangelo were able to just walk by her since she is rooted in the ground. I really can't do these fight scenes justice, so you will have to watch them for yourself to see how great they are. Turns out the hostages were just decoys. Joker was able to inject Batman with the ooze mixed with Joker's venom, causing Batman to turn into a crazy mutant bat. To make a long story short, they were able to turn Batman back to normal and defeat the inmates of Arkham. The whole thing turned out to be a distraction for Ra's and Shredder to get the final part they need. Ra's wants to use the machine to spread ooze mixed with Joker venom all over Gotham. Batman doesn't want the Turtles to join the final battle. He blames them for what happened to him at Arkham. Raphael was able to convince Batman to let them join. He even grabs Batman to turn him around to face him, a move that shocked everyone in the room since you never lay a hand on Batman. I love how that doesn't faze Raphael in the least, showing he has a lot of guts. It does work, however, since Batman agrees to let them join. To summarize, there is a lot of superhero action. Donatello gets his arm broken, so he has to rely on Michelangelo to shut down the machine. Leonardo takes down Ra's al Ghul by kicking him in the groin. And Batman has a rematch against Shredder. The best part is when Batman catches Shredder off guard by saying cowabunga. Only Batman can make cowabunga sound so badass. In the end, they save the day. Our heroes enjoy some much well-deserved pizza at the Batcave. Oh yeah, after the credits, Shredder emerges from the Joker chemicals he fell into, revealing that he's become like the Joker. Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is exactly what a crossover should be. It's respectful to both franchises, and it brings the characters together in a natural way. The story is well constructed. There are plenty of action as well as humor. There are a lot of Easter eggs, but they never felt distracting. I would go as far as to say this is one of the best crossovers of all time. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.